Premium Times, YPP reacts to jailing of Akwa Ibom candidates for corruption. The group asks NAS to remove CJN Ariwola over alleged partisan comment. 5 or 15 judges to face NJC's probe panels. Inspector General of Police seeks reversal of his jailing for contempt. How Obasanjo cut short diplomatic trip abroad to attend unveiling of The Later Man, written by Premium Times editor-in-chief. LP overrules Ogun chapter, declares Okukwe suspension null and void. And Gandhi alleges fraud in Hajj operation, demands investigation. Away from there, we go to Daily Trust newspaper. Count me out of governors stealing local government allocation. Okowa tells Buhari 2023 presidency Dugara aggrieved APC leaders adopt Atiku. Why it's okay to be single and jobless at 35. 2023 Dugara Shagari orders adopt Atiku. How power shortage, diesel hike affect welding works in Kano. Buni backs Nigeria Republic's national honors. Some more from there. Buhari fires Nisra MD over 5.6 billion naira wheat project saga. INEC office set ablaze in Imo. INEC office set ablaze in Imo. INEC PVC collection begins on Monday. Aisha Buhari withdraws case against student critic. Some more from Daily Trust. Let's see what do we have from the business side. CBN spent $65 billion to stabilize Naira in 5 years. That should be still by now. Away from there, we go to Punch newspaper. Now to Punch newspaper. Aisha Buhari bows to pressure, withdraws case against internet critic. Aisha Buhari bows to pressure, withdraws case against internet critic. Local Labour Party governorship candidates challenges opponents to drug test. 21 NNPC depots dysfunctional, pipelines obsolete, vandalized. Ipman group inaugurates local government ward chapters in Delta. Obi Kwankwaso can't win. We're back in Atiku. Dugara orders. Kogi wants federal government to end perennial flooding. Okay, still from there. Deleke Oshun local government ESCO suit resumes on Monday. PSC directed to reinstate officer, please. At home now, Wike's errand boy, says APC. At home now, Wike's errand boy, APC. INEC announces date for PVC collection. Okay, I think that's all I have from Punch newspaper. I go to the Vanguard. 2023 Jega fearful over possible outcome. Drama, a celebrity kidnapper. John Leon, other plead not guilty to 14-count charge. Rescued Chibok girls cry out, we want to return to school. Federal government rakes 2 trillion naira from indirect taxes as banks' taxes rise to 41.7% to 135 billion naira. Growth in diaspora remittances to Nigeria. Other SSAs slows. World Bank. Still from The Guardian, Adeleke Oyetola quarrel afresh on handover procedure. Okay, Mexico exits World Cup despite beating Saudi Arabia. That'll be all from here. We'll go on our first commercial break. When I return, it will be time to analyze the headlines.
Get ready for radio like you never thought was possible on the Pioneer Joy Station, 32 FM, 94.9.
My head's so far away.
Mornings are for dreamers.
I'm a dreamer, yes, I'm a dreamer. Oh.
The break of dawn for champions.
champion, 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 champion.
On 32 FM 94.9.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Get the best of starts on the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9. From motivationals
To news,
to sports and talk.
we'll give you all you need to make the best of your day.
On the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9.
32 FM 94.9, the first Saturday in the month of December 2022, 3rd of December precisely. Austin will join me on the program in a bit. Let's look at stories here, and of course, before Austin joins. The very first one here is from Premium Times. Group asks NAS to remove CJN Ariwola over alleged partisan comment. All right, so I'll go back to that, but let's quickly look at this one here. Count me out of governors stealing local government allocation. Okowa tells President Buhari. Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State has distanced himself from those President Buhari accused of looting local government allocation. Buhari had blamed governors for the pervasive underdevelopment of communities at the council areas, claiming that governors were tampering with the monthly allocations to the local councils. He said this on Thursday at the parley with members of the Senior Executive Course number 44 of the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru, held at the State House Banquet Hall in Abuja. From Daily Trust newspaper, count me out of governors stealing local government allocation, Okowa tells Buhari. Okay, still from the dailies today. Now, today's story on the group asking us to remove CJN Ariwola. Let's take the full detail here. Some civil society organizations under the aegis of the Coalition of Civil Societies of Nigeria, CCSN, on Friday held a protest at the entrance of the National Assembly demanding the removal of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, OLUTAYO Ariwola, over a partisan comment he made in Rivers State. The group staged a protest over what they described as the seeming partisanship of the CJN and urged the National Assembly to institute a probe of the circumstances that led to a statement credited to him. Mr. Ariwola was reported to have said he was happy that Governor Seyi Makinde for your state, the state CGN, that he was happy that Governor Seyi Makinde for your state, the state the CGN hails from, was part of the G5 governors. Now, the group said a recent statement credited to the CGN will endanger the nation's democracy. Group asked NAS to remove CGN Ariwola over alleged partisan comment. Austin, are you there? Good morning.
Yes, I'm with you.
Great. Let's take your reaction to the group calling for the removal of the CGN over his comment, which, I mean, he said that he was happy that Governor Seyi Makinde is part of the G5 governors.
On the issue of the CGN.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you discovered that a lot of noise, a lot of doors have been raised on the issue of the CGN, that he should resign because of the comment he purportedly made in Rivers State. If you look at those comments, you discover that the CGN in the first instance shouldn't have made those statements, because politicians will always want to drag drag the judiciary into the murky water of politics. Ariwola is from Oyo State. Governor Seyi Makinde organized a grand reception for him in Oyo State. This is not the first time that will be happening. For every state that CGN has come from, that has always been the case. However, another program he attended in Rivers State, Port Harcourt, where Governor Nyesom Wike invited him for the commissioning of a judicial complex in Rivers State. If you look at it, you discover that he made a statement that he was happy that Governor Seyi Makinde is part of the G5 governors.
But what, in your opinion, could have informed that statement from Mr. Ariwola?
That particular comment?
Right.
Yes, if you look at, I do not know, I don't know what actually informed the comment of the CGN. That is why I have said that judicial officers must be very, very careful. He attended that particular commissioning in the capacity of his office as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. So he should have just gone there, talk about the judiciary, also talk about the commissioning and the importance of such a strategic project being inaugurated. Because if you look at it, the gigantic stride by Governor Nyesom Wike is almost being downplayed or being almost eroded as a result of the controversy trailing the comment made by the CJN. So I do not know. I do not know what the CJN wanted to achieve by saying that he was happy at that time that Governor Seyi Makinde is part of the G5 governor. These are political issues. These are purely political matters that the other camp within the PDP will not even align with, not to even talk about the other political party. This is from within the PDP. The CJN Ariwola should have been following or monitoring the crisis in the PDP, and now the G5 governor came about. So the idea of making mention of it at all, it's uncalled for. A lot of people are also saying that, it's because Seyi Makinde hosted him to a recession. No, that could not be the reason. This is not the first time. Anytime a senior official is appointed by the federal government, when they return back to their state, especially for the first time, are swearing in at the council chamber, their governors will be there. At the first time they come back to their state, the governors will, of course, have a reception to welcome them and celebrate defeat. So this is not the first time that will be happening. In short, even to the appointment of the IGP, it is being celebrated because there is no way a new IGP will be appointed and such a fellow gets back to his state and the governor will not acknowledge it as, this is our pride. Thank God our son, our daughter has been appointed. So I don't think that's the reason why he did that. If he was moved by the project that was under commissioning at that time, of course, if there is a way he can do that, he can even appeal to political office holder. He can even appeal to the governors across the country to come to the aid of the National Judicial Council or the aid of the judiciary at large in their various states, rather than causing controversy. I believe that Justice Ariwola is too young in office to start causing controversy at this particular point in time.
Right.
Because if you follow politicians, they will destroy your career and the reputation that you have built over the years.
All right, some governors are in the news and saying President Buhari should name names if he has proof of governors stealing local government fund. For instance, Okoa said he is not one of them. And Wiki also spoke up and said, no, he is not one of them.
On the issue of the local government. Hello, Tayo, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Austin. Yes. I mean,
yes.
The governors are impoverishing the local government, and because, of course, they are diverting their funds, they are stifling their growth by their actions and all that.
Yeah. Yes, it has to do with the local government fund. So many people have the opinion that the president made the generic statement. Of course, it was generic that the president had to say governors are impoverishing them. it was also tactical for the president not to name by fiat. That does not mean that we do not know some of these governors. Records are there, even from the Federal Ministry of Finance, knowing how local government funds are being mismanaged in the country. You know, in 2004, the issue of joint accounts came on board between the state and the local government, primarily to accommodate the payment of salaries of primary school teachers. Because most of these funds, if you send them to local government directly, they are also being mismanaged at that level. That after the primary school teachers are paid, at the end of the day, state will be able to monitor that. But states have also developed ways to use local government as a conduit pipe to siphon the resources of the people. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari went further by giving a picture of the personal experience he had, that what these governors do is to collect the allocation. Once he enters the joint account, they will divide it into two. That these are governors that are even very generous in the administration of this fund. They will share it into two. The local government chairman will come. They will sign that they have collected the 100%. Meanwhile, it is 50% that is released to them. So that was the picture President Muhammadu Buhari painted. And almost everybody in the country who knows the way things are done will agree with that statement, that governors siphon and they administer local government funds at their discretion. That is why they dictate who become the chairman of this local government. So President Muhammadu Buhari just re-echoed the obvious, but people are saying he should name name. You can't expect the president to climb the podium and start mentioning the name of state governor. Search yourself. If you have a clear conscience, you should not fear any accusation. We also understand that there are some governors in Nigeria who are not tampering with local government funds. Some of these local government, the reality is even quite different now from the picture the president painted. Because some of these local government, they don't even get up to 50%. Don't forget, I think about 3 years ago, the Buhari administration also made intervention in the area of proper administration and management of local government funds in Nigeria by removing the NFIU from the EFCC domicile in the CBN. NFIU at that time came about to say that any amount that is more than 500,000, these governors will not be able to release them to local government, and they were monitoring the fund. What has become of NFIU? How many governors have they called out since then? So these are issues. It is not just about new laws. There are extant laws that should be able to checkmate all of these things, because governors rely so heavily on local government. Look at the level of development of local government.
What you find also is that some of these local government chairmen and caretaker, whatever, are errand boys of the governors, and so they cannot query them. For instance, you said they signed a pact, they shared the money somehow. They signed for an amount that they did not even get. What are they doing? Then what is the legislature doing about this blind robbery of and of course, which undermines the autonomy of the local government?
The legislature are handicapped as far as this is concerned. Some of the state houses of assembly in Nigeria are mere appendage of the executive arm of government. That is just the truth. In short, local government chairmen do not have access to funds in some states in Nigeria. That's just the truth. The governors will ensure that their own candidate becomes the local government chairman, so that whatever they do, they will dictate the pace. This is the current reality. Go out there, talk to this local government chairman. They will tell you this is the way it works. Some of them are handicapped. They have projects to do, but they don't have the resources. Meanwhile, there is an allocation for them from the federal government. So that is what we are having. Most of the time, we are always very quick to criticize and to blame the federal government. But some of these governors are enemy of progress and development in their respective states. Some of the governors are not doing it, but some of the majority of the governors in Nigeria are culpable. That's just the truth. So I don't know what the noise is all about.
All right, away from that story, let's take another one here from the dailies. Now, PVC collection begins on Monday. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has fixed Monday the 12th of December to Sunday the 22nd of January 2022, February 18 for the collection of permanent voter cards.
Yes, INEC has come out to say that PVCs will be collected. The window will be open between 12th of December and 22nd of January. That's the time for the PVC collection. Those who have registered, those who have not been able to get their PVC, those who have issues with their PVC, they are currently going to be available from that time. INEC has come out to say that it is between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. daily, including Saturdays and Sundays. Nigerians who are interested in making a change in 2023 should go out to collect their PVC, which suffice to say that these cards are ready. Let them go out. The idea of uncollected PVC will not do us any good. When we collect our PVC, we should also take a step further to go and vote. Then we are also appealing to members of the public who still have uncollected PVC to do so within this time frame. Because the way we used to do in Nigeria, INEC has opened the window again now. People will not go. When it now expire or is about to lapse, they will now be begging for extension of time. Let's make time out. Of course, for something good to come, for us to be able to change the government and ensure that the right people are voted into office, we need to also make sacrifice. PVC cannot be delivered to us at our doorstep. So let's go to various INEC offices, local government offices, area offices to collect our PVC. If you go once and you have evidence that your card is available and you can't collect it on that day, you can also go at another time. But the excuses people have raised is that, I can't be passing through stress because I want to collect my PVC. I want to queue from so time to so time. We have to make sacrifice. This is about nation building. If you are validly registered and your card is now being produced by INEC and you have been given the opportunity to go for your card collection and you fail to do that, you can't blame anybody in government because that your card alone can make the desired change, especially now that our vote is beginning to count with the aid of the deployment of technology. So INEC is doing very well, at least as far as we are concerned, in preparedness for the national election. Let the members of public also complement the effort of INEC by going to collect their PVC. If you don't collect them, it could be stolen. Anything can happen to this card wherever they are. The idea of multiple uncollected PVC is uncalled for because indirectly you are disenfranchising yourself and also making it difficult for the right choice to be made in an election. So once again, members of the public, go and collect your PVC, including Saturdays and Sundays. So those people who have busy schedule during the week can avail themselves Saturday. And if you can't get it on Saturday, maybe if you go to church or wherever, you can also from there go and pick it up. So I think it's necessary at this point. Let us not wait for the deadline. Let us not wait till January. The window is going to be open on 12th of December till 22nd of January. I think it's well over a month, and we can do so much, achieve so much within that time frame.
All right, let's take the next story now from the letter man. Just yesterday, we read about how Obasanjo's warning that he hopes we do not overstretch God's patience. Today, he's saying Nigeria is losing influence in Africa, in the world actually, but particularly the influence of Nigeria in Africa is fast declining.
Hello, I can't get that.
Now, Obasanjo says, Nigeria's influence in the world, particularly Africa, is declining.
Yes, totally declining. That is the obvious. That is the obvious. We are not taking our place at all in the Committee of Nations, especially on the African continent. We are supposed to re-engineer development in Africa. We are supposed to be the pace setter. We are supposed to be the giant of Africa. But our giancy is just on the papers. We are not doing well at all. We learned that in the last how many years, number of poor people, extremely poor people, multiplied in the land. As the giant of Africa, we can't still provide electricity for ourselves. We can't still provide job for our people. There is acute scarcity and hunger in the land. Even the downstream petroleum sector, we can't effectively manage. So it is now becoming more erroneous to call Nigeria the giant of Africa. Look at smaller nations in Africa, Rwanda, and all these small nations, even in West Africa. You discover that they are doing pretty better than what we are doing in Nigeria as a result of corruption, as a result of large-scale misappropriation of funds. We are not taking our place in the Committee of Nations. So Ambassador's statement is just like a wake-up call. So let those in government at this particular point in time look inward. How do you change this narrative? Look at wherever we go in Africa. Look at the number of people that have migrated out of the country, the number of people that have gone to the United Kingdom and other advanced countries, for example. Nigeria is always topping the list. Why? Because there is crisis at home. Some people will say, oh, why are people leaving? It is not everybody that can withstand the pressure. Some people will say, oh, there is no point to leave. Let all of us stay here. Look at the revelation from the health sector. Look at the revelation from the educational sector. That is the current problem that we find in the country. So those in government can help us by ensuring that they do whatever that is within their power. Look at the money in the Niger Delta, for example. If not that the governor raised an issue. We talk about states the other time. States are also major factor why Nigeria is not making progress. Some of these governors are destroying the economy of the people and are also destroying the economy of the nation. By extension, governors will collect their allocation from the federal government. They will see their list until a governor has to come out and say, this is what I've done with my own money. What did you do with your own money? So it has to be a collective effort. Nigeria has potential, both human and natural resources, to become a great nation who will become the envy of the nations of the world. But we have mismanaged both human and material resources. We now steal money in trillions. People now steal money in billions. Money that is meant for development, right. Money that is meant for the welfare of their people. So the statement of Obasanjo is obvious. It is not just the first time this statement will be coming. We all know, go out there and tell them you are from Nigeria. They will treat you with disdain. They will look at you, look at us as people that cannot take care of themselves. Why? Because we have leadership failure. Right. So we are hoping that somehow this narrative will change. Nigeria used to be the pride of Africa once upon a time. But the reverse is the case now. All the good things we have had has now become negative onto our own part because we can't manage our resources, we can't manage ourselves. The little one that we have, our political elite will steal them and take them out of the country to develop the economy of the other nations. How do we progress like that?
We'll probably get it right in 2023. We need generational thinkers. We need Pan-African leaders, not tribal bigots. We don't need those who will champion the cause of a particular ethnic, group, over others. That is not what we need come 2023. Austin, please stay on the line. We go on go on our first commercial break precisely. I see some comments on Facebook already. I'll come back to the comments. We'll take this break. We'll be back in a bit. Please stay tuned.
Trailblazer Academy and Edu Consult, an ultra-modern tutorial center situated in a conducive learning environment. With Trailblazer Academy, admission into universities and other higher institutions of learning is made easy. Trailblazer provides qualitative A-level lectures to secondary school leavers willing to gain admission into 200 level in the university through direct entry. Student center lectures for students preparing to write their WAEC, NECO, GCE, UTME, and post-UTME. Students also benefit from from career path counseling, computer training, and admission support. All these are provided to students at minimal charges. Trailblazer Academy and Edu Consult is located at kilometer 3 opposite Ajorosun Garden City, Oduoba, Moniya Isenyi Road, Ibadan. Call 081-6599-9425 or 090-4705-1634. Trailblazer Academy and Edu Consult. Honesty, integrity, and excellence is our hallmark.
Christ Mercy International Church presents 21 days powerful revival. Níbi tí Ọlọ́run ti ṣetán láti lo àwọn òjíṣẹ́ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àkórí ìtọ́dún yìí. Igi gbígbẹ́ léyìí, ògì gbígbẹ́ nú ayé wa ni ó yè láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Tí yóò sì máa wáyé ní gbogbo aago 5 di aago 8 àṣálẹ́ ọjọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti 1st of December to 21st of December nínú ọdún tá a wà yìí. Prophet Mayowa Moses Fèyíjì àti ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run bíi Prophet Olúfẹ́mi Òní, Prophet Paul Adémodì, Apostle Olúwaṣẹ́gun Olúwaṣọgbọ́n, Prophet Adesoji Ọ̀nàbànjọ, Apostle Elijah Olúṣọlá, Prophet Augustine Ogena, Prophet Paul Arole Jésù, Prophet Ṣẹ́gun George, Prophet Samuel Olúdáre, tó fi mọ́ Prophet Isaac Jayiola, pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ olórin ẹ̀mí bíi Akíntúndé Elijah Ọlọ́run ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, Ẹnìtàn Olúṣẹ́gun Bámidélé EOB, Bose Super àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Gbogbo nínú gbọ̀ngàn àjọ wa tó wà ní number 35 Adamaleko Street beside Butterlight Bread, Ìmọ̀lẹ́ Fálàfíà Òkè Àdó Ìbàdàn. It's 080-7730-9381. Jésù dúdì yóò. Shalom.
Zenith Real Estate and Properties Limited ń ṣàjọ̀dún ọdún méjì. Gbẹ̀dẹ̀mukẹ́ promo la fi ṣe láti sìn títí dé parí ọdún. Olóko ògbówó ni Treasure Land Estate Lálàbàtà Abẹ́òkúta 100,000 naira péré ni. Greenland Estate Lálàbàtà yìí kan náà 200,000 naira péré nìyẹn. Achievers Estate Nídò Ìbàdàn ó ti di 450 báyìí. Kings Park Estate ní Mọ́níyà 1 million naira péré ni. Bákan náà látúnilẹ̀ ní Rehoboth Park and Garden Lélẹ́kùrú Mọ́níyà, Sun City Estate Alábàtà Mọ́níyà. Lásìkò àjọ̀dún ọdún méjì àti Ember promo yìí ẹ wá kọ́fà tó lé ńlẹ̀ 100 blọ́ọ̀kù ń bẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ pẹ́ fún gbogbo ń bá tó bá ṣe tá àti kọ́lé. Ẹ̀bùn ọdún ti kúnlẹ̀ falafala ráìsì ẹran òróró àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Èrò bá mi ká lọ sí Zenith Real Estate and Properties Limited beside Aremu Block Industry opposite IITA Mọ́níyà Ìbàdàn tàbí second floor Osana House adjacent Mao filling station Ọlọ́run ṣògo road Abẹ́òkúta. 0901-697-4421 tàbí 081-3871-4860. Zenith Real Estate and Properties Limited. Asọ̀dún ayọ̀.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back from the commercial break. 32 FM 94.9. Let me take some comments here on Facebook. Makinde for your state sit on local government funds. He categorically said it publicly that he is giving fund to local government chairman before, as if the chairman are doing fine barra. But when he noticed some of them are embezzling money, he stopped giving them money. No local government chairman in your state can boast of tarring 1 kilometer of road. That has this one is from Honorable Dikro La. Good morning, Tyre. About state governors stealing local government fund. Honestly, Buhari is saying the truth about the issue. The local government across the country has been rendered useless by the governors. No visible development observed. The local government workers are now not allowed to be functional. That's Raja Fees. Abiola Raja. Things are not working again in this forceful contraption called Nigeria because all our politicians are looters. He says Yoruba Nation Lafayette. That's why he took Okelwo. Honestly, I quite agree with Austin that this is leadership failure. Okay, that's Umobasharon Abiola. I'll come back to that. Austin is still on the line there. Austin Ijumu.
Yes, I'm with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, growth in diaspora remittances to Nigeria, order SSA slows. That's according to the World Bank. The World Bank has indicated that financial flows to Nigeria and other sub-Saharan Africa countries is slowing down, though it will reach $53 billion in 2022, up from $50 billion in 2021. What could be responsible for this?
Yes, it's not as if people are no longer sending money. Don't also forget the issue of the diaspora remittance has to also do with those who are going out of the country. There is increase in the level of migration out of the country. So what happened to diaspora remittances is that the money that is supposed to stay, for example, some of this money are also being used to process other means of movement out of the country. It becomes very important and increasingly high when the rate of movement out of the country, relocation, permanently now, is also very low. So if relocation is becoming too high, the issue of the diaspora remittances, the gain might be eroded. It is not as if people no longer spend money or make diaspora remittances like it used to be. At some point it was high, but now it was also low. Don't also forget, too, another factor is the global economic crisis. There is crisis. There is hardly no economy in the world that has no crisis. We have the United States, United Kingdom, major players of the world, big economies, even in Japan, interest rates is being hiked and what have you. So people are also finding it very difficult to make as much money as they used to make. The reason why we think all is well, even with the other economy, is how bad our economy has been and the worthless value of our own currency. If our currency is very strong today, you discover that even the economies, other advanced economy that we refer to, they are not even doing, not as if they are doing very well, just like that. So diaspora remittances can also peak, but for now there are a number of factors that is limiting the volume or the quantum of remittances into the country.
All right. Now, we open the phone lines now, 0705 5000 949. The governors have seized the local government chairman powers to execute projects. All the local roads in OLUTAYO local government area are in shambles. Even the road to the chairman's office, chairman's house, is in bad shape. What a shame. That's from Olumide on Facebook. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
This is Omata Bangro from Bodija.
Good to have you.
I just want to talk about the central banks spending money on making the value of the naira strong. You know, they should just create policies, not spend money. And there are advantages of a low currency. That's what I keep on saying. Other countries make advantages of their low currency. One of it is that for the remittances we are talking about, people will sending money to build houses, creating jobs, and so on. We will be able to be forced to create our own things because the value of the naira is low. So Nigerians too will invest in the country. Foreign investors will come and invest because the naira is low. And we spend money in naira. We buy things in naira like chicken and so on. We don't buy things in dollars. So the advantage of a low currency is because the government is not creating the policy. I often talk about this, that why are people not coming? So the government is not creating policies to make the naira strong. So the naira will eventually find itself. It floats by itself. They don't need to be wasting money to be floating the naira. The advantages, serious advantages. That's why America used to blame other countries that they are devaluing their currency, the currency manipulators. So there are ways of doing it. You understand?
Right.
And concerning Nigeria being despised by other countries, why won't they despise us when they come and they see all this pure water on the road? We are just down by name. We just talk about our population. That's why we also talk about population with Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, when there are many other tribes. Things are not mentioned by number. Things are measured by concreteness and achievement. You understand? So these are the things that are necessary. We just focus on the wrong things and we think we can be called the giants of Africa. It's not supposed to be so.
Thank you, Mr. Nobamiro, for your submission there. 0705 5000 949 0809 7000 949. Good morning to you. Hello.
I want to appeal to the good people of Nigeria and your still residents that those people that are here to correct their policy, it is right write time for them to go and collect it according to what you read that on December 12th to 2022 of January next year. So they should go and get their PVC. That's the only weapon that we masses that we can use to put in a good candidates who have the fear of God and have the interest of the masses at heart. But without our PVC, that we are powerless. So I appeal to them to go and get their PVC and put out the bad leaders who have put more Nigerians to serious hardship, especially the current government at the center. That is my own take. Thank you.
Thank you, Sulaiman Sharif, for that. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name?
It's Solak. Thank you. About the president's speaking, I don't if it's true. That's what's happened to many statements of the president. When the president was coming in 2015, he said, this thing is a subsidy is a crime. And can you now believe that much subsidy is being paid? And the price of petrol later today is about 400 naira. What is even happening to the minister of the president? What has he done to them? Are they neat? Are they clean? When he came, he said there's no money in the pot. And about 3 weeks later, he was doling out money to the governors for bailout. And most of these governors did not even pay to the salaries to their workers. Also, state governor there, Oregesola, he wrote 30 months after. Is he not a minister today under the president? Thank you.
Thank you for that. By now, we should all agree that we know that, politicians all lie. They tell lies. They do that from time to time. But do we really care? Are we really concerned about some of the things they say? Do we really check? Do we really bother to know how some of these promises they make will be, actioned? How they will achieve it? Do we really care? If we care, I think we should start from the charge from, the gentleman who called the other time and encouraging people to go get their PVC. It's out. Go get it now. And by this, make a statement. At least contribute your own quota also from your little sphere of influence. Let's find a way to, correct some of this wrong that we have around. So some people should not even smell some, certain offices, but they are there. And so we can help correct it, by next year. 009-7000-949.
Good morning to you.
Hi, good morning. Your name? Good to have you, Mubasharan. Please turn down the volume on your radio.
Please be more focused on the legislative election. Can you hear me?
I'm trying to get you.
Right there, honestly, the position we are from definitely come. Thanks.
Well, I struggled to get your point there, Mubasharan. The line wasn't so clear. 0705-500949, 0809-700949. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning. This is from here. I want to talk about the price of petrol. The people in this sector, they are all liars. NMDC should come out and tell us the amount they are giving the petrol to depot owner, which countries, not with Vibermont something. The depot owner should also show us the amount they are getting it from NMDC. They should also tell us the amount they are selling to independent marketers. Independent marketers should show us how much they are buying it so that we know the price of petrol. People are just deceiving us. Government are bad to us. We individuals are bad to ourselves. The price of petrol is not up to 250 naira. They are just using this opportunity to put pressure on masses. We are all wicked in Nigeria. Have a nice time. God bless you.
It's all the governors that are impoverishing the local government. Mr. President is correct. Okay, that's from Olumide there. Even the money released to this local government chairman, they pay salaries only. The remaining is pocketed. That's for Layemi Temitope there speaking. Another one here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Adeni from University for Decus.
Let's have your point.
Yes, yesterday it was so bad to the extent that I went to a filling station very close to my place here, and I went there around 4. I bought the fuel for 260 naira. So I needed more. I went back here about 1 hour later. I bought it at 270. That same filling station. Can you imagine? Good morning.
You heard that from him there. I mean, sharing his own personal experience. So, what is happening? What is happening? Nobody is talking to us. But as long as you can get it to buy, all is well. Nothing is happening. Nothing. Hello.
You see, good morning. You see what I'm saying is this. We need to get the right from the legislative chamber. I'm appealing to all media to be more focused on legislative elections than presidency. Because we can only get it right there. They are a problem. That is why I want to say this is leadership failure. I'm quite agree with him. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. I agree with you there too. The focus shouldn't just be on who is the governor or who is the president, but more also those who populate, the legislative arm too, because it is the quality of men that we have there, that will inform, if we make progress or if they'll just go there and just share the loot. As a matter of fact. Hello, good morning. Sheriff, okay.
Please, most of the polling stations here in my local government, most of them are sending 350 naira per liter.
I said it on Monday. Some felt I was just being alarmist.
So it's very unbearable for the masses. As we all know that anytime the price hike has been increased that time, that means most of the transporters will also increase their money, which is supposed not to be, because we are in the period of festive season, like Christmas and New Year. On what Mr. President said, if I can mention the name of the governor, maybe it will make it more clarification on it. Because the reason why I'm blaming Mr. President is that why now, the past 7 years? So you should mention and try to mention those governors that they are involved in that unpleasant accusation that way. That's my own take. Thank you.
Good morning.
Tayo, good morning.
Good morning.
This is okay.
Okay, good to have you.
Tayo, the question you just asked, nobody is talking to us. And why? Because they just know. They push us about and we just accept it. Like we just rightly said now. So what many of us believe is that once we get it, there is no problem. And it's such a very funny way to have, a very way of reasoning. That's why we have all kept quiet. I am also asking that same question we have asked a long time ago. Tayo, this happened in 2015. We all went out. What happened? What happened now? How come we've all kept quiet? One, Austin rightly answered it. Probably because the people that were involved then deceived us. They are now in government. How do we get out of this problem? Is this how we should continue? Shana like this will go the day. Good morning.
Thank you. Okay. Temipre Silva is not saying anything. President Buhari is not saying anything. The marketers are the one doing as they wish, and Nigerians are subjected to hardship, continuous hardship, And you see, what we even talk about, the primary users of petrol, they are even more. The secondary users are even more than the primary users. And that's what you need: a vulcanizer to power his machine. You need, and you talk about ease of doing business. You talk about companies closing down, leaving the country to other, African nations. It's not convenient doing business in, such unconducive environment. That is what we are saying, but nobody is even saying anything to us. It's disturbing, actually. Let's take this one here. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Luke from LA. Yeah, that statement credited to the president. Is it in good faith? No. Why do I say this? What was the president's motive for saying it? The president believes that it is because the governors are not developing at the local government. That is why his government is unpopular. Is that true? Every state governor had their own area of operation. The presidency had their own. You understand me? The president say, okay, they give money for this, they give money for that. Now who collects them? You understand? So the president should not shift that blame. It's a failure. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, well done. Fagbemi from Ibadan.
Thank you, Mr. Fagbemi.
Why we don't have people who can fight for justice now is because most people who came out in 2015 are just...
Hello, are you there? Hello, Mr. Fagbemi, are you there? Oh, please try and call us back. Hello.
Hello.
Good
morning, sir.
Good morning. Right, go on.
Yeah. My name is Chris Oboli from Olugweru.
Good to have you, Chris.
You see, what is happening today, I know that it was going to happen part-time. Because when the independent marketers become more than the major marketers, I know something like this was going to happen. You see, today, the major marketers no longer sell. They divide their products to the independent marketers. So those ones are not the ones selling petrol for them. They don't want to use their diesel to run generator job because they already get market for it from the independent marketers. So the independent marketers too are not selling anyhow. For example, a filling station in my area is changing the pump price every day. If you buy it 230 today, tomorrow is 240. As at now, it's at 260. And we're not the one. Even the attendant is giving out the fuel is collecting his own 100 naira there again. Nigerian, let's fight for our right. They told me there's nothing we can do. We just have to buy it like that. So that is why we are suffering today. Nobody is suffering us. Thank you.
Thank you for your call there. I don't know. I think there's also the dearth of, real activists in the country. Those that we have now are just after grants, appointments and all that. If not, where are those? Like, Kim mentioned the other time. Those who protested the other time. Where are they now? Where are they? Nobody is saying anything. And we are made to face hardship on a daily basis.
Hello, Tayo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tayo, good morning. John calling from Ibadan.
All right, John.
Now, Tayo, did you see that we are ganging up against ourselves? We are ganging up against ourselves. Tayo, did we really love ourselves? Because at the end of all these things, there is no gain there. We are not moving forward at all. We are moving backward. Something that we have and we cannot get. Tayo, why are we ganging up against ourselves? Does it make any sense? Good morning.
Thank you, John. We've seen men who amassed so much wealth, and live with nothing. All right. There's the hoarding mentality, the scarcity mentality that push people to want to hoard and keep and pile up things that you won't even use, things that you don't even need. That is also another problem we have in this country. That is not Buhari. I mean, that is you. That is me. When we just, we... Hello. Hello, good morning. 009-7000 949 0809 7000 949. Let me take some messages here just as we prepare to leave the studio. God will bless you, Austin, for your submission this morning. Honestly, you are worthy to be awarded by the good citizens of this country. I support it 100%. The governors have seized the local government chairman's power. There's the Kid Power project. Okay, hello.
Hello, Fire. You see, something I want to say. If we create the right policies, investors will come in and fix our electricity. Because we are not creating the right policies, that's why even the electricity we are talking about. I think there's electricity. People will be talking about fuel. You know what I mean. We get this from when we always say $1, $1, $1. It is primitive economics. It's not the way economics work. The advantages of a high currency, the advantage of a low currency. We should make use of the advantage of the low currency. We've created the good policies. Investors will come in and do everything for us, even though we are supposed to do it by ourselves, as they can't. Other countries are doing this. People are helping them. You go to some countries, they don't have anything, they don't even have engineers. But their country works, you understand, because the government creates good policies.
Thank you. Ask me about the economic thrust of this present administration. We don't even know. Federal government that can't sanction an NPC for remitting zero to federation account is only deceiving itself. That's from Okejiro Babatunde there on Facebook. Let's take this one. Hello, good morning. It's going to be our last call. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Apologize, that line isn't clear. Next year, I will equally increase my house rent. It will all go round. We are in it together. It's a case of Orun Yabo. I mean, there's a ripple effect to anything. Any funny policy or action from anywhere, there's always a ripple effect. All right, so you sell me petrol for 260 naira per liter. I also increased, the price of my wares. That is what happens. And so inflation, we battle with it. Growth is continuously diminished. Progress is, being arrested. And that is what we are talking about. I need to leave the studio. Baba Fender is up next with Temilade Aloko. I am OLUTAYO. Ogunade, good morning.